Joining me at Edgar Street, Peter Beadle, enjoying your summer break. I don't think you've had one, have you?
Not yet. I've managed to get a few days away in lovely Tenby with the family, which was nice, but obviously the phone was constantly on the go, and for the first time I think we've been camping, there was a signal there, which was disappointing for the wife. But yeah, it's been hectic, but we're pretty much done almost. So like I said, so it gives us a bit of time now to relax and sort of make sure everything's ready, and we've just been in tonight to make sure that we're all set up and ready to go for the 1st of July.
Yeah, it's a question of the training first and then the first game of all three unions, like.
Yeah, obviously we need to make sure that obviously everyone comes in in good shape. Most of them have been given programs to work through the summer, and they need to come back hungry because we've got a really big challenge ahead of ourselves. And obviously there's still going to be one or two that go away during pre-season. It's obviously a difficult time of the year when you're not full time to keep everybody here. So we just hope that I think looking at the dates of people that are missing the odd game or two, but it still leaves plenty of game time for them to give themselves the best chance to be in that starting 11 on the first day of the season. You
said to me about a month ago that you'd like to get your business done nice and early and get things settled. James Bowen, Lance Smith, Keon Rafel, Jack Damon and Garen Price are the new signings. Tell us a little bit about each. We know a bit about James Bowen, of course.
Yeah, James, I think I've spoken to a few people now. James, I would have liked to have kept when we got promotion from the Midland League, but with circumstances the way they were with James, not driving and things like that, it was difficult to keep him. So, but James would have been one that we'd like to have kept, and to push Joel last season for that competition for that left back spot. And also James can play a little bit further up the pitch as well, and being a natural lefty, we didn't have many of them last year, so would have been ideal to keep him, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. So, but he's had a good season at Stafford Rangers, and you know, in the Northern Premier, so in tough division, and they were really keen to keep him. So we're really pleased that he's managed, that he's decided to come to us. So, but like I said, he'll bring something nice to the table, and hopefully we can almost have like a mirror image of him and Jimmy on either side, and they can really develop as players like they have done this, like Jimmy has this year.
So maybe wing backs, maybe play the back three.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we have said that I've mentioned it a couple of times this summer about how predictable we were at times last year. But when you're predictable, if it's working, you don't have to change. So when we were predictable at times, but I think next season we will have to look at maybe one or two different things. And like I said, we may try one or two things in pre-season, but I think I quite like a flat back four with our full-backs pushing on. It gives us a bit more solidity, if you like, at the back. But we'll see. Like I said, it gives us a great chance to try a few things. And like I said, one thing the players that have come in have given us a little bit more flexibility as well. One or two of them can play different positions. So like I said, it gives us a bit more flexibility, and it gives us an opportunity to play. There are certain formations that I think you need certain qualities in players to play that formation, and I don't think we had it last year. I think this year, one or two we've brought in, I think we do have it. So it gives us a chance to change things around.
Were you chasing Lance Smith for a while? Because obviously his goals were, creating headlines on their own, really, at one stage.
No, we didn't chase him. I mean, at the end of the day, I was more than happy with the forwards we got here. We had some fantastic forwards. We have got some fantastic forwards here. But again, you're always looking to load your armoury with different types of weapons, if you like, and obviously Lance is different to John, he's different to Mike, he's different to Pablo, so so he is a little bit different, and he'll bring something different to the table. Again, we talk about playing a different system. He could play in a different system to the one we're playing now, whereas maybe the others couldn't. So he's got a fantastic track record. He's a great athlete, although he did pick up a few injuries at the end of last season. And we just tracked it, we just watched it and see how he went. And obviously it was a little bit disrupted for him at the end of the season last season. So I'm sure he would have, 25 goals in 29 starts he had last year. So like I said, so it's a hell of a record. And if he'd have, had he not picked up their injuries, who knows where he'd have finished. So not only does he bring something different in his general play, he also knows where the net is, which is obviously vitally important for him.
And he's looking at it as a challenge, not having played at that level before.
Of course, we're going to have a few of them next season. Obviously ones from this season that are going to come with us into the Premier. There'll be a few there that haven't played at that level before. And obviously we're bringing a couple in that haven't played at that level before. So, so like I said, it's a big challenge. But I do believe in these players. I've said it all along. You know, the players we bring here are the right type of character. They have to have the right mentality and the right attitude, and the fact that Lance is already looking forward to it and seeing it as a big challenge for him. I know that he's going to get his teeth sunk into it and really work hard for us.
Another one who's going to try and really hit the ground running is Keon Rafel, which obviously Steve Jenkins knows all too well.
Yeah, Keon was one that we did track. We had a little try with him last year, but didn't quite work out. He came in to one training session, but I think he'd sort of made his mind up that he was going to stay and see how things panned out at Merthyr. He's had a fantastic year at Merthyr. Very, very versatile, can play in numerous positions. I thought in the friendly, when we played him here, I thought he was their standout player. So we're really excited to see him, get him back in for pre-season, and then find out where best to play him. That one is best for him, but also where he can be most useful for the team. But he, like I said, he brings pace and power to the team in wherever he plays. But he also brings that determination. He's a young man that's got ambition, and he wants to crack on for his own career, and hopefully he can do that here. And
another one very similar, Jack Damon at the back, ball playing centre back side here.
Yeah, again, Jack was one that I was made aware of a couple of seasons ago, and I've got fairly good contacts at Cheltenham, and Jack was at Cheltenham at the time, but I just felt that I don't think we were ready for him then. I don't think we were the right move for him then. But we've kept an eye on him and seen where he's gone and watched him and seen him grow. And like I said, he's still only 24. He's a fantastic age. He's got great experience already. He's got league football under his belt at 24, and he also sees himself as what he wants to get back to that level of football. So, and he feels that being here could be the springboard, or he could even do it with us. Who knows? But he sees this as potentially a far better chance for him to get to where he wants to be. So he's hugely ambitious, which means he's hungry. He's got a real desire to do well. And again, like I said, he is a ball player, but we need ball playing centre half with the way that we play. So we were always looking to bring someone in of that ilk. We've got him. He's a perfect age, good size, great mobility, good athlete again. So like I said, so again, another one that I'm really looking forward to working with.
And a sort of a player that supporters have been looking for a while, is a bit of pace on the flanks and skill there as well. That's Garen Price. Yeah,
Garen's actually sort of a funny one in the fact that we've sort of been aware of him for a little while, and he's been aware of us, and we've sort of missed one another as we've gone through the leagues, if you like, the last two divisions. And then we sort of lost sight of where he'd gone, and then all of a sudden he popped up at Hungerford and won promotion with Hungerford from the Southern Premier. The reports come back that they'd had a fantastic season that season. This year, or last season just gone, he found it hard to get into the team. And then obviously he popped up at Evesham, and again straight away you can see his qualities: very direct, very quick, very sharp, very bright. Evesham don't play the same way we do, and I think that if he's given that a little bit more freedom and not in that wing back role that he had at Evesham, I think given a bit more freedom, play a bit more further forward, I think he could be a real threat. Intelligent player, again good age, so like I said, and very versatile, can play either side. Could play down the middle if we needed him to. So like I said, it's just exciting. We're now 3.5 weeks away from starting back. Not even that, 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away from starting back, and if it's going to feel like 4 weeks, because we just really want to get in and get work in and get some work into the players, and then look forward to them finding their feet as the games go by.
You say you're more or less there. You lost Alex in goal. I mean, you're looking at goalkeepers, or are you going to have Max?
Yeah, of course. Max, I thought, acquitted himself fantastically well last year. He had a really big season. Obviously going out and playing so many senior games at Pegasus, and obviously with both getting into England squads and then having his full debut with us, which is a game that I thought he did extremely well in. But he's still learning. He still needs to play regularly, and having him sat on the bench or is not going to be good for his progression. So we're trying to find something for Max now. We think we may have found a solution for him to continue playing games. But one thing we know is that people are always looking for keepers. So like I said, there's no chance of him not getting game time this year. And we're just really excited about seeing him another year older, another year wiser hopefully, and another year of developing at Hartbury, because they do a great job as well over there with him. And Reece does a fantastic job here with him, and he really looks forward to the training. So like I said, I think it's a bit early for Max to be considered as as a real threat to the keepers, although he's not a million miles away. He's certainly closer after last season than what he did last year, but I think at 17, 18, maybe it'd just be a bit too much to throw on his young shoulders just yet. So we are looking for another keeper, and hopefully when I get back in my office I may have some good news, but we'll see.
Well, on that bombshell, from Alas, Beadle and Hall, it's good afternoon.